Have you ever felt a whisper in your soul that you couldn't explain? A subtle nudge that made you pause, like something greater was trying to get your attention? If you've ever wondered whether God is speaking to you, you're not alone. Recognizing divine signs can change the way you make decisions, heal your heart, and walk through your everyday life with purpose. Sometimes the voice of God isn't loud. It's gentle. It's timely. It's exactly what you need, right when you need it. So today, we're exploring 10 powerful signs that God is talking to you, and how you can listen with confidence and peace. As you hear these, think about your own life, your moments of clarity, your quiet breakthroughs, and ask yourself, could this be God's voice? Let's dive in. Number 1. Unexpected peace in the middle of chaos. You might be facing stress, uncertainty, and pressure from every direction. Yet, deep down, you feel calm. It's not denial. It's a grounded assurance that things will be okay. Imagine losing a job and instead of panic, you sense steady hope. You sleep well, you breathe easier, and you trust the next step will appear. That peace is more than emotion. It's often God's presence reminding you He's with you. The second sign, persistent inner conviction that won't fade. It's that gut-level certainty that keeps returning, even when distractions try to drown it out. Maybe you feel called to apologize, start a project, or leave a situation that no longer aligns with your values. You try to ignore it, but it keeps coming back. A friend mentions it, a quote confirms it, and your heart knows it's time. That gentle insistence often signals God guiding your choices. Third, doors opening and closing with unusual clarity. Sometimes opportunities appear at precisely the right moment. Other times, paths shut firmly, even when you push. Picture applying for multiple roles and only one interview materializes. The one that fits your skills and your spirit. Or a relationship fades despite effort, freeing you for healthier love. These divinely timed openings and closures aren't random. They're often God steering your steps. Number 4. Scripture or spiritual wisdom speaking directly to your situation. You read a passage, hear a verse, or stumble upon a line that seems written just for you. You weren't searching, yet the words land with weight. Perhaps you're anxious, and you hear, "Do not be afraid, for I am with you." Or you're confused, and you read, "Trust, and the path will be made straight." When wisdom touches your exact need, that alignment often reflects God's guidance. The fifth sign, confirmation through repeated messages. You hear the same theme from different places. A conversation, a podcast, a random video, a quote on a wall. Maybe you keep encountering the idea of forgiveness, or courage, or letting go. It's like the universe is highlighting one word and circling it in bold. When patterns appear in meaningful ways, pay attention. Repetition can be God's way of ensuring you don't miss the message. Number 6. A holy dissatisfaction that pushes you toward growth. You're grateful, yet restless. Something inside you says, there's more. Not more stuff, more purpose. You feel drawn to serve, to learn, to step out of comfort. Maybe you sense it's time to volunteer, change careers, or create something that blesses others. That sacred unease isn't failure. It's often God nudging you to expand into the person you're meant to become. The 7th sign, timely help through people placed in your path. You meet someone who offers exactly the encouragement, wisdom, or opportunity you needed. Think of a mentor appearing when you're lost, or a friend calling right as you break down. They say the right words. Ask the right questions, or open the right door. These human bridges can be divine appointments, showing how God uses relationships to speak love into your life. Number 8. Conviction that leads to loving change, not shame. You feel a clear inner tug that says, this isn't right for you. It's firm, but gentle. It doesn't crush you. It frees you. Perhaps you recognize a habit that's draining your soul, or a pattern of anger that hurts those you love. The conviction invites you to apologize, forgive, or adjust your behavior. That kind of truth, delivered with compassion, often reflects God's voice calling you higher. The ninth sign: gratitude and awe that arrive unplanned. You're walking, driving, washing dishes, and suddenly your heart softens. You notice beauty in ordinary moments. A sunset feels like a promise. A child's laugh heals something inside. A quiet morning becomes sacred. You breathe and you feel held. That spontaneous awe wakes you up to God's presence in the everyday, reminding you that the divine lives in both the big and the small. And number 10. Bold guidance that aligns with love, wisdom, and peace. Sometimes God's voice calls you to a courageous step. Move to a new city. Start the nonprofit. Rebuild the relationship. Speak the truth kindly. The guidance may stretch you, but it never contradicts love. It carries clarity, humility, and a deeper peace beneath the nerves. When what you feel led to do is loving, wise, and peace-filled, that coherence is a powerful sign God is speaking. Now, how do you recognize these signs in daily life? Slow down. Create space. Pay attention to what repeats, to what brings peace, to what calls you toward compassion. Keep a journal. Write the moments that feel aligned. Notice the patterns across days and weeks. Often, clarity emerges not in a single lightning strike, but in steady, gentle echoes. Let's walk through real-world examples you might encounter. You're about to send a harsh message, but something inside says, wait. You pause. You breathe. You rewrite with grace. That shift isn't just restraint, it's guidance toward love. Or you feel strangely calm before a difficult conversation, and it goes better than expected. Unexpected peace. Or you keep hearing serve where you are, and a local opportunity appears. Repeated confirmation. Or a verse about patience meets you in traffic, parenting, and work, and you smile because you know you're being taught gently again and again. Sometimes you'll feel doors closing that you don't want to close, and yet months later you see how that closure saved you from harm, burnout, or misalignment. You realize that no isn't rejection, it's redirection. Other times, a yes appears almost effortlessly, and you sense grace in the timing. The more you practice listening, the more you'll trust these currents. You might ask, what if I'm just imagining it? That's a fair question. Here's a simple filter. Ask, does this message lead me toward love, humility, and peace? Does it align with wisdom and integrity? Does it bless others, not just me? Does it stand the test of time, remaining steady after sleep and prayer? If yes, lean in. If no, hold it lightly and wait. God's voice is consistent with grace and truth. Another question: what if I miss it? Take heart. God's guidance is patient. If you don't catch it the first time, it often returns in another form. A different person says it. A new opportunity highlights it. A quiet moment anchors it. You're not expected to be perfect. You're invited to be present. Listening is a practice, not a performance. You might also wonder, how do I differentiate anxiety from guidance? Anxiety speeds you up, tightens your chest, and demands immediate action. Guidance is steady. It may be urgent, but it carries peace beneath the urgency. Anxiety says, prove yourself. Guidance says, be yourself. Anxiety isolates, guidance connects. If what you hear leads to patience, compassion, and courage, it's likely not fear talking. Remember, God often speaks through silence. When you don't hear words, you might feel warmth, clarity, or direction without language. Sit still. Breathe. Let your mind settle. In the quiet, you'll notice what matters most. You'll sense the next right step. You'll discover the strength to act. And when you act, start small. Make the call. Apologize. Apply. Show up. The path often unfolds with each faithful step. You don't need the entire map. You need the next marker. As you move, you'll receive more light. Let's recap. 10 signs. God is talking to you. Unexpected peace. Persistent inner conviction. Doors opening and closing. Wisdom speaking directly to your situation. Repeated confirmations. Holy dissatisfaction pushing you to grow. Timely help through people. Conviction that leads to loving change. Spontaneous gratitude and awe. And bold guidance that aligns with love, wisdom, and peace. These signs don't compete. They harmonize. Together, they form a language of grace. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe. Because we're building a community of listeners, learners, and hearts leaning toward purpose. Share in the comments which sign you've experienced lately and how it shaped your choices. Your story might be the confirmation someone else needs today. May you walk in awareness, with eyes open and a soft heart. May your days be filled with peace that doesn't make sense, courage that carries you forward, and love that transforms every step. You are not alone. You are guided, and you are held. Blessings to you on your journey of listening.